Have you wanted to get the how did we get here advancement in Minecraft, but don't know how to do it? Well, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get the how do we get here advancement in Minecraft. The first thing you need to know is the how do we get here advancement is getting every single potion and status effect at the same time. I also recommend doing it on an island like this one. And being near an ocean monument helps a lot. The next step you need is for the water. For the water you need the soul sand, walls, trapdoors, and a wither rose. Wither rose is obviously going to be for the wither. And the walls is so the water doesn't flow into the soul sand, which would break the wither rose, which would not be a good idea. And this water is going to be for the dolphins' grace. And I will show you how to get a dolphin very soon. Just first you gotta do this, put the water in here, just like that, it's done. Now all you gotta do is test to see if it works, and just like that, you're swimming. The next step for this advancement is the dolphins. First you want to place down some fences, which is where the dolphins are going to be attached to by lead. The next step is that you're going to have to find some dolphins. This could take a while depending on what biome you're in. Once you have found the dolphin, make sure to swim to it. And be careful of the drown right there. I just caught it on the lead. That's good. And don't make sure not to forget the boat like I just did. That's gonna be real annoying. I'll get that later. Just make sure to swim back. Once you return to your place where you want to get the advancement, just put them on a fence and name them so they don't just spawn. Just like this. And while you do that, just test this to see if it works. And just like that, it works. For the next step requires going to the nether. If you want to get the glowing effect, you'll need to get some spectral arrows, which requires getting glowstone. And glowstone is found in the nether. And speaking of the nether, this is where you can find nether fortresses. And when there's nether fortresses, you can find blazes. And when you can find blazes, you can get blaze rods. Just gotta get inside and make sure you don't get hurt. And while you do this, just try to find another fortress. While you're trying to find another fortress, you should get some glowstones so you can make spectral arrows, and for healing potions for later. Another thing you want to get in another is gold, and for the gold, you'll use the gold for golden apples. It's also important to get the advancement is to get some mushrooms, which you should use for a fermented spider eye, and the blindness stew. As you can see, I have just found another fortress. Now, let's go find some blazes. Blazes are going to be real useful. For one, for the brewing stand, and another, well, for the fuel for the brewing stand. Now let's go find some blazes. Ooh, I almost forgot. You also have to get the nether wart to make the awkward potions, so I can make the potions. And there I have found some blazes, which you gotta be careful you don't get hit. You gotta be super careful so you don't die. Super bad. As you can see, I got some blaze rods. Now, let's go back to the overworld. For the potions, you will need some brewing stands. And for the brewing stands, that will be used for the potions. Just gotta place it like that. And for the fuel for the brewing stands, you will need blaze powder. But some of that blaze powder is going to use for some potions. The next step is fill up this and just put it in like that. And now you gotta wait for them to become awkward potions. The first potion for this thing is gonna be night vision. To make a night vision potion, you will need a golden carrot. You just gotta wait a bit. The next potion we're gonna make is fire resistance. And this is gonna be used by using a magma cream. Next potion we will make is gonna be invisibility. And to make an invisibility potion, you'll need a night vision potion plus a fermented spider egg. Another potion we're gonna make is swiftness. But instead of swiftness, we're gonna make it into a slowness. To make a slowness potion, you'll need a swiftness potion plus fermented spider eye. The next potion we're gonna make is weakness, and to make weakness, you'll need a fermented spider eye plus a water bottle. Another potion you'll need for this advancement is slow falling, and to make a slow falling potion you will need a phantom membrane, which you can get from killing phantoms. The last potion you will need to make is water breathing, and to make water breathing you'll need a pufferfish you can get from either fishing or finding them and killing them. Another step you'll need to do is to put redstone in the potions so that they can last longer. Once you're done doing the redstone, which makes the potions last longer, you can put the gunpowder, and gunpowder makes potions into splash potions. As you can see, we are done making the potions, and another step that you'll need to, well, you don't have to put in order, but I recommend that you should put it in this order, and what I also recommend is you keep these two for later. Now, let's move on to the next step. Next step you'll need for this advancement is the conduit. And to make a conduit, you need to have some prismarine on you. And it's also recommended that you get a pickaxe, just in case if you screw things up. As I did right there a second ago. And to do it like that, you gotta do this. And to do that. It's not really that helpful if you have dolphin skills, like me. You just gotta build it like that. Gotta add this. You need to get rid of the sand, like I'm doing right here. I normally bring a shovel. And just like that, you have the conduit effect. The next step you will need is dispensers. And to make a dispenser, you'll need a bow right here, and a stone right here, and you'll need two. One of them is going to be used for the potions, and the other is going to be the spectral arrows. You gotta do it like that. And another one right here. Oh, almost forgot. To make spectral arrows, you'll need glowstone like that, and an arrow like that. And I'd recommend that you would make more than 2 spectral arrows. I think this should be enough. Now, let's put it in there. Now we're getting into the more bigger steps. The first big step is the beacons. And to get a beacon, you'll need to get a nether star, which you can get from killing withers, and to get withers, you'll need 3 skulls from the wither skeleton. For this tutorial, I recommend that you build 6 beacons, and to do it like that, you just gotta build a 10 by 10 area. And this can take a while, but it will be worth it, trust me. Last step for the beacon is the effects. First, you'll want to get haste, speed, resistance, jump boost, strength, and regeneration. Now, let's move on to the next step. The next step for this advancement is that you need to go to the end. And why, you might ask? Well, the reason is that you need to get a shulker, and with shulkers, you get slow falling. But before you have to do any of that, you have to go find a stronghold. And after the stronghold, you need to go fight the ender dragon. If you want to fight the ender dragon, you have to be well prepared like me. Now let's go find a stronghold. Okay, as you can see, I just found a stronghold. Now you just gotta get rid of this. Get rid of the silverfish farm, the silverfish spawner, so these things don't spawn. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Where's that come from? Oh, here. Anyway, let's put in the eyes of Ender. Now we just gotta fight the ender dragon. Another step that you have to take is get rid of the ender dragon by first taking out the crystals and not to look at the endermen like me. we gotta kill the Ender Dragon. Oop, make sure to not get hit. Because killing the Ender Dragon is an important step. This is not gonna be easy. Okay, so I found the portal. We need to make a path. Depending on where the thing is, you need to make a path to transport the warden back to the overworld. And this could take a bit depending on where the portal to the other end place is. Now, let's start digging. Before you go to the end, just in case, you need to build a floor so once you go back to the end, the shulker or yourself won't fall off. Just like this. And you gotta be careful. Once you're done building the floor, build a wall that's as high, or at least once it gets to the portal, so that way the shulker doesn't fall into the void, or at least where you don't want it. There we go. We just need to go through the end portal just like that. Ooh, and I almost fell off. And now we gotta build a railway to an end city where everyone is. As you can see, I finally got to the end city. Now, another thing you need to do is build up with the rails and make sure to be a bit careful. Like that. And once you finally reach the I hear a shulker, that's a good thing because you need the shulker. A bit like that. You just gotta build a bit here. Here's a bit of a shulker. Oh, there's one. Just gotta build a bit like that. Make sure to not get seen though. Alright, so I built an area out of it. First step you gotta do is get an invisibility potion so the shulker doesn't see you. Next step is you gotta name it so it doesn't despawn. And you gotta get into a little boat. Just like that. Ooh, it saw me. Ooh, and now it's going to the shulker. Well, not just shulker, all the way to that area. Now we need to go back to the area, which is not going to be easy. We need to move on to another step. After that, it will land right here. I just had to get rid of the boat and then break the block underneath it so it would land like that. You still want to keep your invisibility potion because the next step is taking it to the overworld. Just gotta supposed to do it like this, still without your armor. But now, all we gotta do is take it to the overworld. You still need your healing potions, just in case. Once you finally find your shulker, just put it in a boat, like normal, and take it to the water, where you should transport it to the area of the advancement. Now we need to add a bit more detail. You gotta put the button there, and a lever there, sand plates there. Now we need to go do this. And just like that, we're all done. The last step to get the effects, well, not the last step, but one of the last steps is getting darkness. By getting darkness, you will need a warden. And you know how the warden makes sound? Well, you can do this to distract the warden with. Doing this, it will make noise. Just make sure it's big enough. Just kind of like this, and Dolphin, get out of the way. Just gotta build it like that. And build up. That will surely distract the warden a bit. Make sure it's 3 blocks tall. At least more than 3 blocks tall, so the warden can't escape. Kind of like do it like this. And make a bit of a ramp, so that's where the warden can go through. A bit like that. Just make sure it's not too far. Now you gotta build a bit of a something like that. Now we need to make more. Alright, so the next thing you gotta do is like build a wall around it from a far away so it doesn't hit another portal just in case. Now the next thing we gotta do is build another portal. And I built the walls specifically so the warden wouldn't escape. Now we gotta do this, and let's see where it takes us. Hey, it takes us right here. Now let's go find an ancient city or something that spawns a warden. Right, we just found a deep dark biome. The first thing you want to do is cover up the shrieker with wool so that a warden doesn't spawn. At least not when you want it for now. The next thing you want to do is build a wall around it so that the warden won't escape. And then one of the sides of the wall is going to be the portal. And the portal is where you want the warden to go through to make sure it goes to the nether faster. Alright, so I built a wall around it. Another step you need is to build the next portal. Yes, we're gonna use the nether portal to transfer the warden, like I said earlier, so that you can do it faster. Where I do that, I want to build a wall like that so that the warden doesn't escape through the portal, just in case. And this is my emergency escape if things go bad. And all we gotta do is light the portal and see where we go. Ooh, this looks interesting. Now, let's go back home. Building the wall from the one portal to the other, make sure to build a wall so that the warden doesn't escape. And also make sure to write down the coordinates to where your portals are to know where you're going. Now, let's just build this wall. Alright, so as you can see, I've been finishing building the wall. Just gotta add more. And now, we need to go back and summon the warden. Alright, so we're back at the warden area. Now, we just gotta summon the warden. Just gotta do it with this. You'll also need a name tag so it doesn't despawn. Ooh, it's getting creepy. This could end badly. But you gotta be careful. Because when the warden spawns, you need to run away. Where's the warden spawning? Not yet. We still have to get it to spawn. Okay, it should spawn right now. One more warning. Just gotta wait. Okay, this is the last warning. Okay, let's run. Okay, I just spawned the warden. Whoa! Gotta be careful with other things. Okay. Okay, just enter the portal. Now we need to go to the other one. Alright, so I just found the warden. Now we need to get it to go to us. I ate a golden apple just in case if it, Okay, now it's after us. I'm gonna start running. Hope I can make it in time. Now let's start running. Just run, you just gotta run, and you gotta stay calm. Don't feel afraid. Wait, is it coming? Oh, it's coming. Now we gotta turn. Okay, I got its attention. We gotta stay at a safe distance. Okay, now it's through the nether portal. Now we need to go back. Alright, so now the warden's here. We just gotta get it in there. And then by then it'll be distracted by the pistons. Uh-oh. Okay, so the other steps that you'll need is a pufferfish, which you'll need from killing the pufferfish, and you'll need to make suspicious stew for the blindness effect, like that. And you'll need 5 golden apples, which I will explain very soon. You gotta put it in... Wait. You gotta put it in that order. Now, we gotta do the final steps. One of the steps is Hero the Village. To get the Hero the Village effect, you'll need Bad Omen. And for the Bad Omen effect, we need to find a village to start a raid. Just like that. Now let's go find a village. Alright, so we just found one of the raiders. Now we just gotta do this raid. And like that. Like that. We just gotta get rid of the raiders. Let's continue doing this raid. Got a few more raiders to do. Now we need to move on to another raid. I mean level. Alright, on another level, just gotta get the last 2 raiders, and by then, we'll get the effect. Just like that. Now the next thing we need to do is get the Bad Omen effect again. Alright, just gotta kill you. Just like that. Now, let's go find an ocean monument. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it's important to have an ocean monument near where you want to get the advancement, because so you don't have to wait too long. You gotta be a bit careful though. Let's just swim around this area, because that's where that's where the Elder Guardians are. Oh, just like that. Now, let's go finally get the advancement. Alright, so underwater, right here. Now we just need to get the effect. Like that. Yeah. Get like that. Just like that. And I got the advancement. And that's it. That's how you get the How Did We Get Here advancement in Minecraft. If you found this tutorial helpful, please hit the subscribe button and the like button and turn on notifications. And I'm out. You got it all on tap. I'm loving your vibe, always have your back.